Hey everyone, Lisa Finkel coming to you from Finkel Pottery in Prince Edward Island on the east coast of Canada. Very early morning, it's around 7 a.m. I'm unloading the kiln. Won't be a super big kiln to show you guys because I have some custom work in the bottom shelf and top shelf is not quite full. So we'll show you what came out. I did kind of keep notes this time, shocker. But then I switched halfway through from my notes. So I'm going to do my best to remember what I put on there. Yeah, so this will be my last load of brown clay for a while. I'll be switching back to my white stoneware. Yay, can't wait. And I fired this to my regular 2190 slow cool schedule. So up to 2190, held for 5 minutes, and then down to 1900 and held for 30 minutes. So let's see how we did. I already had a peek, so I know that I had a stilt malfunction. I don't typically stilt, and I'm probably not going to stilt again. On mugs, I mean, just because they're tippy with the handle and stuff. But these are my Seaside mugs, and this was just a little tester of one of the new Spectrum glazes. I think it's Sunset, if anyone's curious. And it fell over onto the stilt and onto the shelf. So I can refire this if I can get this off. We'll see. It's on there pretty good, so we'll see. But the color, in case you're wondering, let's see, my best guess. My best guess is I got the new Louisiana Bayou, I think that's what it's called, Spectrum Glaze, that dark blue. Isn't that pretty? So that's on the bottom, up to about, you can see where I stopped. And then I did 3 coats of pearl white on the top, just slightly overlapping because it's a heck of a runner. And before I put on the pearl white, I did a couple of coats of cactus on the rim. I thought it might run more than that, but it didn't. So that's nice. I like that combo, minus the disc. This is a couple of pieces from the custom work I did in this one. So this is for a local credit union, and the whole thing gets dipped. First I line it with white, then it gets dipped in alabaster, and then I wipe it back. Then I wax it, and then I dip it in Norse blue. So just a couple of big vases that they wanted. And I have a bunch of mugs for them on the bottom. Okay, this combo. Just trying to see what this might be. Okay, this I think is my green, studio green on the bottom. And then on the top is Floating Blue by Spectrum. And I think I put a little bit of flux on there after. So lots of greens and blues, kind of muted. It's pretty though. That's that one. I like this one. This one is cactus on the top, Norse blue on the bottom, and then a band overlapping the 2 colors of olive float. And that's very seasidey, so it's just got the little scallop shell and the starfish, the white inside. Okay, delivery came. They're delivering early these days in the hot sun. I guess they like to get it done early. I did 2 in that treatment, and they're quite pretty with the white inside. It's hard to find glazes that show up on dark clay sometimes, or brown clay. Okay, here's another one with the Bayou, Louisiana Bayou, I think it's called, glaze on the bottom. Couple of coats of cactus on the rim, and then 3 coats of pearl white over the cactus and just slightly overlapping Louisiana Bayou. That's pretty. This one was a third refire, and I thought if it doesn't work this time, it's going in the bin, because the first refire I didn't like the color. Second refire, it pinholed on the back. But the third refire, miracle of miracles, fixed the pinholes. So it's good to go. This almost looks like it crawled, but it didn't. It's smooth. So these are just these little irregular plates I make that I really like. I also made some smaller mugs. I have an espresso machine and it makes about an 8-ounce coffee. So I like smaller cups, and I figure I can't be the only one out there. So most of my mugs are 14, 16, but this would be like a 10 probably. And this is 2 coats, inside is white, 2 coats of honey flux, 1 coat of river birch, and then a dip in coyote turquoise lake. That's very pretty, very soft. That honey flux, it does wonderful things to colors, doesn't it? Okay, shelf number 2. Two more tiny mugs. These I just did with river birch and flux. And then I put a little bit of coral on the top, which is the base coat of for amaryllis. I thought I might get a little more pink, but it's very subtle. I think you can just catch hints of the coral in there. But I think it would be, ooh, that one's got a little more pink in it. That's pretty. Mellow morning mug. So those are my teeny mugs. Okay, this one, trying to figure out what this is. This is green tea bottom. This is Nimbus, 3 coats on the top with a little bit of flux. Meh. This is, I guess it's very rustic, but the green tea, I'm really happy with that. That turned out really nice. It's smooth, but it's not like super smooth. The Nimbus kind of came out matty. I'm still trying to find a way to love that Nimbus. Sousa from Germany used it beautifully. It was on white stoneware though, on a mug, and I thought, oh, I'm gonna have to try it again, but I'll try it again on white stoneware Sousa, because it's brown stoneware. It is not my favorite, but as in all things, somebody will love it. So there's another one, exact same treatment. Rustic beachy. Ooh, this turned out good. Now I gotta remember what I did with this one. Okay, so I have Joe Thompson from Old Forge's Floating Blue. So I did a complete dip in his Floating Blue. Then I put some blue hydrangea on the rim and some seaweed. And that is very pretty. Wowza. I like that. Very, very nice. Lots of stuff happening in that. And here's another one, the same treatment. I only made one with a seahorse, because they're not really natural where we are, so you can try to keep it to the sea life that we see. It's pretty. Some floating blues really shine on dark clays. I think the iron in it makes them go bluer. And that would be the case with that one. That's probably the bluest blue I've gotten in that batch. I made a little starfish tray. And this is 3 coats of pearl white, and I did a little dab of, just with a sponge, of my studio blue on the rim. Can you believe that? That's 3 coats. Wowza. And there's a little, but it looks like it's pulled away, but it's not. It's smooth. Same with around here. It's just breaking a bit. Just put a big, and I have a little dish that goes with this, which will come out the next shelf. Okay, last one on this shelf is a bowl. So the back is 2 coats of honey flux, 1 coat of river birch. I just did 1 coat of honey flux here. This is not a super deep foot, so I did not want to have a ton of glaze there and have it drip down on me. So on this side though, look at that. Wow, that's so pretty. You guys see that? So what did I do here? First I did 2 coats completely covering Spectrum Pearl White. Then I sponged my Studio Blue on the rim. Then I did another coat of Pearl White all over. Then I did a sort of a swoopy pattern of Norse Blue, Nico Norse Blue. And then below the Norse Blue, I did a swoopy pattern of, oh gosh, seaweed. And, oh sorry, it was green tea, swoopy pattern of green tea with seaweed over the green tea. And that turned out gorgeous. Love it. That's nice. Like it. Last shelf. Okay, I'm not going to show you all of the last shelf because I have a lot of, I think I have like 11 custom mugs in there and they're all the same. I'll show you 1 or 2. But I do have a few other things. Got these little bud vases. This is 3 coats of Pearl White with a little dip. This one would be, I dipped 1 in Power Turquoise. You can see my notes. I did 1 in Power Turquoise and I did 1 in Studio Blue, and I think I put 1 with Olive Float on the rim. So this one looks to me like it might be Power Turquoise. Oh yeah, you can tell. Look from inside. You can tell. See, it looks like Power Turquoise inside. So that's 1. Okay, this one is, I did a dip in alabaster to about here. Then I did 3 coats, overlapping by about that much, of Spectrum Autumn Purple. And then you get this pink where Autumn Purple hits alabaster, which is quite pretty. So I did that. I did 2 in that treatment. So exact same. Oops. Nice color variation. Just white inside. Ooh, that's pretty. So this one is 3 coats of Pearl White. Can you believe how much that Pearl White burned out? Like, I did 3 coats and I was nervous about it running. Whew, could have done more. So 3 coats of Pearl White and then just a little rim of Olive Float. I gotta learn to be braver with Pearl White. I'm always scared of Pearl White. And this one is my Studio Blue dipped in the Pearl White. So Pearl White first, 3 coats, then a little dip. Once again, Pearl White with Studio Blue on the rim. And I really did think this I would have taken it further down. I mean, it looks great, but I would have brought it further down. So I'll show you with the little tray. Because Pearl White on dark clay really does have a lot of blues in it. On white, it's quite white. It's luminescent, but it's not blue. But this, yes. I also did just some tumblers, and this would be with the autumn purple and the alabaster again. I think I did 2 of those. Yeah. They turned out cute. Okay, this one was a dip in my Studio Blue, then 3 coats of Pearl White, and then a dab of Olive Float where they meet. But you know what, that Pearl White, I'm going to take a little bit of a low grit sandpaper to this rim. It's not sharp, but it's just because Pearl White is so runny that it sometimes will pull away from your rims. Same thing happened to this one, exact same treatment, but it's really pretty. It's pretty glaze. I probably should have put something else on the rim on top of it, but it turned out nice. These little guys, I was sitting by the pool one day and I thought, oh, I'm just gonna sculpt something because I didn't want to go down to the studio. I was being lazy. And my sister has a little cottage. It's called the Thirsty Rose, and she has all these little tiny creatures all over her cottage. Some of them are wrought iron, some of them are spun glass, like all kinds of different ones. So I thought, I'm going to make some little creatures. So this is my first attempt at a little creature, little fox. I think I did 6 of these little guys. I was just playing, building my sculpting skills, which need a lot of work. I'm not a sculptor. This is a little unicorn. Oh, the fox. Yeah, you probably want to know what I use. These are Mako underglazes. And then just Emiko Mix and Clear on the top. I have a bucket of clear that I use for things, but I find over underglazes, it'd be great to be able to dip them or whatever, but over underglazes, it bleeds a little bit. I don't know if it has zinc in it or what, but I just use it for other things. I don't use it for over underglaze detail work. There we go. Little unicorn. I did a couple of little mushrooms in red and white. Once again, just Emiko underglazes. And little house, same idea, just for fun, as they would say. And there's my little batch of foxies. I think I did 6 of them. So we have a lot of foxes on PEI. So a lot of people associate with foxes. So it's kind of back to that video I told you guys where I talked about how to be successful at markets, is find the language that people speak in your area, or that speaks to people. And, you know, it's kind of like having a conversation with them. So here's little foxies. And these are the custom mugs. I'm not going to show you all of them. I'll just show you 2. So once again, it's for that credit union. Dip in alabaster, completely white back, wax your logo, and then dip in Norse blue, because blue and white are their colors. So that was it. A quick kiln unload. I'm up early unloading the kiln because I have to load a bisque kiln right after this. So I'm in the summer cycle, full tilt. Anyway, hope everyone's well. If you like what you see, please like and subscribe, and I'll pop on next time I have something to show you guys.